Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. How are we this evening? If you are in morning, afternoon, or evening in your part of the world, a huge hello to you. Thank you for joining me live here on a Thursday night. It's 27th of August, and we are back for a second stream this week, which feels like it has been a number of weeks since that has happened. So, hello to those already in the chat. Damien's here. Good morning to you, sir. Jack is here. Cranky's here. Hello, Sam. How are you, mate? And Thomas is here. Absolutely. Well done. Thank you, guys, for being here. And if you are watching on the replay, as I know many of you do, thank you very much. Welcome along. So, we're back this week at the Red Bull Ring. If you've been following the last few weeks and the last few streams, things have not been going very well for me. And there's no way to sugarcoat that. I've been making some mistakes. I haven't been driving my best, and it's been a bit of a war zone out there, and I've been in the thick of it. So we're down over 300 iRating in the last 3 streams. We are very close and most likely going to drop down to a B license tonight. And yeah, I've just decided there's no way out but through. So we're going to be back here to do 3 races tonight, maybe not quite the 4th, and just trying to just steady the ship, trying to just see if we can turn things around a little bit. Yeah, there's no other way to do it but keep racing, keep showing up, keep trying, and that's what we're going to do here tonight. So hopefully we get a little bit more fortune and things turn around a little bit. I think after, if you guys watched the end of last stream, you know, it didn't finish particularly well. I just didn't want to leave it that way this week. Definitely wanted to come back and try and rectify some of that. But on reflection, I wasn't driving terribly. It was just the little things, which I think is very much an iRacing thing. The little things can undo your can just undo your day, undo your races, and we've had a whole series of them. So tonight we're just going to try and really focus in on our qualifyings, focus in on our races. We'll do lots of chatting in between, and let's just see if we can't get a few percent better tonight. So yeah, let's go. We're going to do some practice now. It's about 12 minutes until our first race. Open setup race as always when we start at this time. And yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Thank you very much for choosing to come along. Seriously, if you've been watching the last few streams, thank you so much for still showing up, because it has not been pretty. Yeah, it's not been pretty. There's no way to, I can't, as I say, I can't sugarcoat this. This is just where I'm at the moment. Yeah, which is far from ideal. So yeah, so how is everyone at this time of day in your part of the world? How's the weather? How's the racing going? How is everyone? I do hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone's races are going better than mine. That is also a big hope. Not pretty as good sometimes. Well, I'm no alien, right? And I think I've always shown, like, I've essentially shown the whole journey so far on iRacing, etc. So, and other sims. So this is part of the journey, and you can't hide when it's live. So yeah, just mowed the lawn. Thomas, I mowed my lawn today as well. Yes, storm is coming. I think, you know, if we randomly disconnect tonight, it's because there's a massive lightning storm on its way, and I don't think it will kill the internet. Overland is the absolute legends. That one. Thank you very much, Jack. Keeping me honest as always. That's why I need you guys. That's why I need you guys. I'm pretty sure I could set up a chat command that like changes the scene automatically. So if I ever forget it, you guys can just do it for me. To be fair, it wouldn't change the game audio, so actually that's not going to work. Oh, the other thing, guys, is I have ordered a MagLink cable connection for my wheel. So yeah, we've been having sort of intermittent shifting issues. We've been having this upshift's not working. The clutch pedals have been a little bit funny recently. And yeah, I did lots of research, lots of reading, and I did find a couple of people who had mentioned they've had intermittent issues as well, and that the MagLink USB connection, data connection, has essentially fixed that for them. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I also ordered some the spring kit for my Simagic P1000 pedals. So I've been just on the elastomers. It came with enough to make the pedal quite firm, and that was a big change I made when I went to iRacing, make the pedal a lot firmer. And then we've been using that, and I won't change them before the weekend, before the last round of Porsche Esports, but afterwards I do want to explore using springs rather than elastomers. So I have the kit coming as well, so fingers crossed, maybe that'll bring some improvements. Maybe smooth out that brake trace a little bit. A lot of people do say the springs are more consistent over like a long driving period as well, which is what we're obviously doing. I guess what we're doing here at night for these streams. I think there's normally for races about sort of 4 hours of driving, so I don't think the elastomers are like changing over that period of time, but maybe there's just small differences. So yeah, something to work on. But if the MagLink comes tomorrow, I think I'll definitely try my best to set it up before the weekend, because yeah, the last thing I want is to have another bad start for the final esports race, and if the fix is sitting in a box, I'll be a little bit gutted by that. So yeah. Jack, no such power to us who would abuse it, yeah. That's why I'm worried about doing polls about what we might drive next season on iRacing. I feel like you guys want me to drive all sorts of random combinations. Could be a bit much. Practice servers really do turn into a sand trap halfway through, don't they? Just put up options you actually want to drive, and then we pick here. I don't know. They might be a bit boring though, right? Maybe we take suggestions, and then I'll choose like the 5 best, and then we can choose 3 of them or something like that. G'day Walter, how are you, mate? Walter, have you had the pleasure of doing Red Bull Ring Porsche Cup this week? Hey Neil, how are you, mate? Are you recovering your SR, or are we just going to go in for beta? Well, we'll recover it if we can. I think I'm pretty convinced that around this track there won't be much opportunity for that though. Yeah, we'll need a lot of luck. We'll need a lot of luck. It could be very easy. I'm only 0.11 away from going to B license, and I think I've convinced myself that that's probably going to happen tonight. I'm not going to dawdle around the back. Won't do that to you guys. I won't do that to myself. So yeah. Just on holiday. Oh, enjoying a holiday. Very nice. Is that like a stay-at-home holiday, or are you away somewhere new? Oh, Wells does not own the Red Bull Ring. Well, maybe you're not missing out on too much there, was it? Maybe you're not missing out on too much there. Oh, he did the Ringmeister. Oh, it's the Euro NASCAR. Okay. Well, I don't own the Euro NASCAR. That would be very difficult. I have a feeling that the NASCARs are quite tricky on road courses in general. I guess the Euro one's a little bit more suited to a road course. In fact, in this part of the world, you don't even call it a road course, do you? You just call it a circuit. Probably have to be very careful on the accelerator pedal in that car, I'm sure. No ABS, no TC, massive power, no power steering. Wow, that's a pretty raw race car, isn't it? Might have to try it in the demo drive in week 13. You're away in the Dominican Republic. Oh, wow. Must be a cool part of the world. Haven't been there before. Yeah, school's back next week. Yeah, my kids have their first day of school tomorrow. Which, first day of school being a Friday, I don't know how to answer that one, but that's the thing. And yeah. But no, we're breathing out a sigh of relief at the moment. So it feels like we've just got across the finish line. And yeah, what's even more wild is actually my son, he starts what's called reception over here. They're just having a half day. They're from they're till 12 o'clock. So, and even next week they've got a bunch of half days and early finishes to sort of like settle them into their class. You know, he's 4 years old, so a lot of that new stuff at that age, ease them into it. So yeah, next week, although it's technically a school week, it will feel a little bit like week 10 of the holidays, but we get a bit of our life back, a little bit of normality back, and I think that'll be quite nice. And of course, there's 2 birthday parties this weekend as well, so you know, straight back into it. Right, we've got a couple more laps of practice here before we. That's an off track. To trim that up. I was watching Moritz Lohner do some racing here today, and yeah, it's crazy how much of the track they try and use, but I think he picked up 13 incident points just in off tracks. I was like, yeah, I can't afford to do that, so we have to be, yeah, try not to, I don't know, explore, but not explore too much. Trying to not kill this guy in a practice session. Bit of a practice with that. Yo, how are we? You got big balls cerebral this week. Yeah, well, I've already had a bad week, so it can only get better, and it might stay the same. I'm definitely, I think, yeah, I've already lost so much iRating in the last 3 weeks, and we were definitely going to be licensed tonight. And it's fine. It's fine. There can be some great racing here at the Red Bull Ring. It's just a torture on safety rating. It's just, it's almost a shame. Brutal on track limits. And yeah, if you get 6 or 7, you're going down. Oh yeah, no, it's... So the last three streams I've done over the last 3 weeks, I've lost over 300 iRating. And it's been pretty miserable. So, not entirely my own fault. I've definitely made some mistakes, but this is the journey. This is the journey. It's fine. We're all good. We're all good. So yeah, Crazy Friday. My son is Wednesday next week. Yeah, that could be kind of nicer for them. Yeah, I think everyone needs their routines back. That's what it feels like. And interesting, like, because it's like 9 weeks of holidays. Probably like week 6, you're like, yeah, they could go back now. And even they're like, oh, I miss my friends, I miss school. And so, yeah, 9 weeks is a bit long. I think we've done well this holidays. Like, we did, 2 trips away. So one was 2 weeks, one was a week. We then had some weekends where we did some stuff and some fun stuff too. It's been really cool. So I think we got through this one better than previous years. I think last year, I remember just being completely down and out on like week 7. And I do look back, like I look back on this time last year, I just wasn't sim racing. I didn't have the energy. I was only making videos at the time, obviously. I wasn't streaming. And the thought of like doing some racing and making a video was like so bad, so bad. So, yo, Mateo, hello. How are you, mate? Are you in these races tonight? Door 19. Ooh, door 19. Another good strength of field. Open setup. So we need to put our quality setup in. Here's our people for tonight. So yeah, lots over that 4K. Oh, Mateo, yes, you are there. This will be fun. C license. Holy smoke, what's been going on there? Oh, Matt as well, the Scottish driver here. He's also straight. Yeah, I've raced him a few times. Remember seeing him in a couple of the eSport qualifier races, and we raced him on Tuesday as well. He's 1.2. Jeepers creepers. Tim, I'm sure we raced Tim on Benice. We raced him on Tuesday as well. So there's a few faces from there. Arshin was there. Man, no one's holding on to their A license at the moment. So setup overlays missing. What's it? That's an interesting one. Yeah. Why has it done that? Weird. That's right. You guys aren't learning any secrets from me anyway. It's IMSA and Red Bull Ring happened, yeah. NEC this weekend, so it should be fine. Yeah, I've been wondering if I try and... I can't do the Saturday ones. Like, it's be like Sunday afternoon. I'm not sure if I can... Yeah, just not sure if I can do it. And then it wouldn't count. If I drop 2 B license, I'll have to do B license races to get over the mark anyway. And I'm planning to do some GT3 next week. So I don't know. I think we should be. Well, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. At the end of the day, I don't need my A license at the moment. I just like having it because I like to call myself like a safe sim racer, and it just kind of feels like if I'm losing my A license, I'm sort of betraying myself and the racer I want to be, you know. And yeah, with a couple of people I've killed, one on Tuesday and one a couple of Tuesdays before that, I think maybe I just deserve to go down a license to bit of a reality check at the moment. But certainly good luck in your qualifying as well, mate. Neil, the single lap stuff is still really, really hard. Because you sort of think you might have it, and then you actually do the event. And my biggest struggle at the moment is getting the car doesn't feel the same between like practice and qualifying. I mean, sorry, the test session practice and the actual race service. I got closer at Okayama, but the car just didn't react how I expected it to. So yeah, there's something about that I just really am struggled with. And the top guys are so good at it. It's amazing how good that they are at it actually. That's close. Late on the brakes there. We're going to improve a little bit.
Ticket flag,
30.29. Okay, where does that leave us? Yeah, thank you, Jack. Thank you. Yeah, that was all right, wasn't it? Down to 11th. Some speedy guys in here, eh? Yeah, door 19, so we gotta think about that. That might be us. Anyone still on? No, crashed. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. I think probably there was a little bit more time in it. Ashton behind, stay safe. He's right behind too, isn't he? Right behind. Yeah, we're just going to try stay safe. Oh, Matt with a good lap there. Up to P6 into the 29s. Oh, it'd be cool to get to the 29s, wouldn't it? Okay, well that's better. I didn't really get anything together qualifying wise on Tuesday, so yeah, Matteo 30.5. You definitely got some more speed there. I'm sure you'll come sailing past me in the race, but yeah, good luck, man. Good luck. Hope it goes well. Guys, just cover your eyes on the setup stuff. So, Brad, hello, mate. How are you? Should become a Tokyo drifter. These cars love a good drift sometimes, don't they? Not all race long, though. So, yeah, don't do that all race long. Right, let's see. Let's see how we get on. Starting 11th. Yeah, I'll take that. We'll just stay safe, safe, and safe. Yeah, hopefully, mate. Hopefully onwards and upwards. Yeah, steady the ship. That's all we're going to do today. Steady the ship. And yeah, so guys, we might be a little bit quieter, a little bit more focused on the races here. I don't want to get too distracted. We'll talk lots. Talk amongst yourselves, you know, please do. And hopefully we can just show a slightly better race here. Whew. Yep, no way out but through. No way out but through. Yeah, good luck to you, Teo. Good luck to you as well, mate. Nice to have you in a race as well. I haven't raced in ages. Nice to have friends in these races, you know? Right, here we go.
Green flag, green flag.
Decent jump.
Car on.
Solid jump there.
Car on your left.
Bit hard with the train of cars on the inside. You sort of have to sacrifice a slow entry to that corner. Yeah, you'll ultimately lose that place. Let's drift down to the inside there. Oh, just enough grip to do that.
Clear on the left side. Clear.
Okay. I'll take it. Yeah, that was a decent start. I'll take that. Bounce there. Let's stay calm. It's 1x. Yikes. There's an apex there somewhere, Bradley. That's another incident point. What are you doing? Driving very silly, Bradley. Might lose out on this one, but we'll give it a go. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, we gave it a go. Taylor being nice to me there. Oh, I've done it again. My bad. Let's just settle in. Yeah. Down to 12th. That's all right. tiny bit of a gap behind, so I really got to try and follow Matteo here. Yo, hey Paul, how are you, mate? Doing some racing at Red Bull Ring this week, mate, in Porsche Cup or GT3. Impossible to keep a license, I think, Paul. Is I think impossible. Yeah, we don't need a license at the moment, though, so we're all right. I'm sure by the end of the season we can do enough for the promotion back. Yeah, I'm just over driving into these corners now. Settle, settle, settle. It's a little bit better. Right, more of that.
Just 6 stops left to 6.
Ooh, that's a silly off track. Such fine margins around here. Such fine margins. So get all that. Off track though, so it didn't count.
Few stops left to you.
Woohoo! There's a lot going on there. Big understeer there. You're doing well to gain safety rating on 5X. Only halfway in this race too. Come, Mateo. Get him. Oh. Is that a place? It is. Freebies. They're coming back to me. It's about the limit. Need to work on that turn one. He's getting more comfortable getting over the curb. Probably one part of the lap I'm really missing out on. 30.0 for the cars in front. Haven't shown that pace yet. Oh, it's a bit early. Right, even if we drop one more place here, I'm probably safe enough. It's not fast. That was not fast. It's nicer. Yep, off track. I'm on the exit as well. Alright, we can't practice that again in the race. That's such a fine line. So this guy might dive. Oh, no, he's out of here.
Clear.
final six is pretty good.
5 laps to go.
It's better. Okay, more of that. That was a good lap up from the last corner. Alright, a few more of those, please. They're having a good battle for P9 here in front. Darn it. Just a touch wide again. Oh. That's right. Don't worry about B license. It's fine. It's fine. Overslowed for that corner, actually. I think B license has absolutely been acquired. To like give me no safety rating drop or a very minimum would be just like a sympathy for being 1.1, you know? Which in theory, that's kind of how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to be harder to lose it the lower you get, but you know, I think we're pushing our luck now. Right, 2 to go. Just stay in. Right, point out to the car behind. We're doing enough. We're doing enough. Just keep going. Ah, don't do that to me, Shifter. If the mag link fixes that problem, I will be so relieved. Not that I don't want to go to Sim Racing Expo and look at new steering wheels, but I'd love to have a solution to this. Seems like a silly thing to have to change. Oh, the back marker. Got right in the way there. Right in the way here too. Don't get me. Goodness me. Oh, not it there. Yeah, it's definitely happening now. Yeah, it is the low corner count. Yeah, 100%. Oh no. That was not the time to have that corner. Darn it, one bad corner. That's all it takes. Yeah. Completely my fault. Just lost that little bit of focus with that back marker and day over. Actually had this guy's measure for the laps there. Just had to do what I could do. Oh well, that's alright. We got through a race without major problem. 9 incident points is not good, but I'm much happier with that race, if I'm being honest. Much happier. Yeah, no, I got to take the positives out of that. It was much cleaner. You know, haven't got any damaged car. We were finding a little bit more pace. I think that's probably the fastest racing lap that I'd set. Granted, there was a few off tracks and stuff there, but yeah, way better. Way better. What was the damage? Congratulations, you've acquired B license. Just come on, give me the bad news. Just lay it on me. Oh, we're just in. There's still hope. 21 iRating. Look at us go. Look at us go. So, what did everyone else do? 29s, 5, 7s, 8s, 9s, 7. So the top 6 of the 29s. And yeah, P7, which was kind of the front of that group that was in, yeah, 1, 2. So the guys I was kind of right with at the start, but yeah, 30-0, 30-0, 30-0. And we did do a, what was the fastest lap? Yeah, 30.3. And there was a couple laps pretty close to that as well, but we didn't quite get him done. So yeah, you're having a fair old battle there, Matteo. I was just sitting back watching it all. Yeah, was he pushing, was he? Yeah, it looked like, yeah, I thought, honestly, I was surprised, like, coming to the last lap, the lap before, I think it was. I thought you had a move done. And it was like, oh, hang on, you're behind again. So yeah, a bit much, eh? A bit much. Was he also involved with that tangle with Emil as well, because he got was it just you and him into turn 4? I guess it was someone. I think he went off. Yeah, officials pace always gets a bit tougher after 2-3 days of each week. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's a bit more practiced, right? You know, I'd suggest like a number of these guys, right, will have like a whole bunch of races. Like if we just get sneaky here looking at profile. Yeah, Grandy's only 4 races deep, so the fast guys are just fast. It is what it is. Yeah. No, I think I'm happy enough with 12th. I was a bit disappointed to lose that place at the end there. Yeah, you just ran you wide. Yeah, it's annoying. Easy to do around here too, right? Like if you're going to try, you know, side by side, it's a bit of cooperation and people not everyone seems to want to do that. So it's Porsche Cup, unfortunately. Like what I've enjoyed is getting to know, you know, a few of you guys in these races and recognizing names and for the most part, you know, you start to race pretty good with people. You can start to trust them. You know what they're about. A few people you give a wide berth to. But you shouldn't really want to have a reputation like that, you know. But that's just sim racing. People want to do that stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I find the more I do, and I think it helps showing up at certain times of the day, you know, because the same people sort of show up. After a while, it starts to make sense. People will start to, yeah, play ball a little bit. So yeah, guys, we're going to practice. I'm going to practice T1. I think that's our weakest corner. And the last sector's okay. I'm starting to work that out. Yeah, a few bad apples can ruin a very large number of races. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I'm finding at the moment is that we are playing with incredibly small margins, you know, and it takes a little bit of aggression to turn you around or push you off track and lose 10 places or pick up damage and ruin the rest of your race. You know, it's not that the whole field and the whole race is bad. It's just that one moment. Oh, I'm going to black flag, am I? Because I'm silly. Hit speed limits are wrong. Oh, I got crashed too. Apologies to Andreas there, just getting in his way for no reason at all. Had people all day today brake hard on the apex, causing me to slow, so they got away. It was incredibly frustrating. Yeah, that's a pretty cheeky old tactic, isn't it? You know, just like park it on the apex, and then, you know, cause also it does cause problems. You know, it wouldn't be a tactic. Like if you were doing that in a real series, people would be having a word with you. You know, like it's not illegal. But it's very, very frustrating, mate. Like, and obviously in a real series, you know, it means body damage and all that sort of stuff as well. So, yeah, like I get it. It's not. If you're doing stuff like that, don't be frustrated if you find yourself getting turned around a fair bit by accident, you know. But it's certainly a legal. Well, it's not illegal. It's just, yeah, it's just very, very dirty. And yeah, I think sim racing in most cases, you know, sim racing should really be more about just racing predictably. You know, if people have got you, they've got you, and that's well done for them to beat faster. You know, like they got to work for it, but don't do the crazy specialist racing maneuvers. Or maybe they're just slow, or maybe that's a skill issue. Maybe they're just overslowing for the corner and that they just don't have it, you know. Don't have to go out there. Right, need to try this line here.
Slow down. You got a penalty
Yep.
for cutting the course.
I sure do. Yeah, they'll slow me. That's how they keep me behind, yeah. Yeah, Matteo, I think following you guys around, that seemed to be where I was probably most struggling. I think from here, I was sort of starting to get it, and the rest of the lap, if I'd sort of got the rest of the lap right, maybe there or thereabouts. I don't know if I've got a 29 in me or a, 30-0 that you guys did. Yeah, that's turn one though. Jeepers. It's just the way it comes up and on the curb, and then obviously you're playing with a pretty fine margin for the actual track limit as well. Like, it seems you can go much wider and more comfortably wider through this last turn here. But then turn one feels like it's very, yeah, very sensitive. I brake too late, I think so, yeah. I'm too focused about getting over the curb right and missing braking point. Just needs to full send it. That's my problem. Can't full send. Don't care about the SR. Yeah, well, that's inevitable now. I think probably on Monday I was caring about it, or Tuesday, sorry, which it didn't help. And now, yeah, I decided I've resigned myself to the fact that we'll go to B license, and that's fine. I'm also pretty confident I can have it back before the start of next season, so it would be a really large problem if I was in the running to qualify for PESC World Championships, though, because you have to be A license. All those guys have to be A safety if they want to participate, and then they get the purple license, the world champ license. I got through it that time. Yeah, I think that's probably where I struggle the most with Tao, is like you sort of get the bumps and it's like that confidence to then just get on the throttle before the turn. Yeah, no, I've seen all the telemetry, and it's definitely like a pre Apex. Is what I found I was doing in testing was that I was coming into the corner too quick. It's like the entry speed of the faster guys was like 5-6k slower, but then they were on the throttle much earlier. So I was trying to like kind of get in too quick and wasn't able to rotate the car enough, and then slow on exit, and that obviously you carried that all the way up to turn 3. Oh, get out. These practice servers just turn into skate rinks with the gravel. Super annoying. Oh, I spun behind. Nah, didn't rotate it enough. Right, let's try it again. Maybe less ball on the brake bias. Well, we got through. Don't want to be doing that every lap, though. Goodness me. Have to brake a bit earlier. Full send. That was definitely a full send. I'm gonna struggle to do that consistently though. Oh, off track again, really? All the places to do it. Let's do that as well. Nope, that's too much sending.
Let's make sure we rejoin safely.
Too much sending.
Keep left. Clear.
It might just be our limitations tonight. Oh, yeah, now we're going to brake bias back a click. I'm going to lose the rear all the time. I'm the one putting the gravel on the track now. Oh, what? Come on, tyres, come back to me. These are the Sync Mesh gloves. I bought like 3 pairs of them in Black Friday last year with the endurance races that the plan was to do. Well, we obviously have done. They're nice. They're really nice, actually. Lots of different colours and stuff like that. So yeah, like not sponsored or anything. I've just bought them my own money. Can't do it on cold tyres.
Car approaching, keep right.
Not sure we can try that. I need to practice some more. I just don't have the time. Might have just been cold tyres. See how much. So I'm pretty sure if I put a wheel over this white line on the against the track there, that's the off track on this one. Which is it's not that far because you essentially have to like run the car. That one. Like you have to basically run with the left-hand side tires like just over the curb and not get caught up on it. And if you drift too far away from the curb, you're going to go over this white line and pick up an off track. So it's not simple. It is not simple. And I think I just brake. Yeah, I think my problem with this corner is that I don't brake hard enough here. I think I need like more initial peak pressure and then come away with it. Because by the time I get up here and I realize I'm going too fast, I just can't stop the car. So I'm still like too much under full brakes. And then I'm probably turning in too early here too. Yeah, probably need to turn in like, which I just don't have the confidence to do. I think that's my one work on with this car is in this situation, this style of corner, I don't have, where you do want to kind of like turn it late and do a lot of turning in the initial, like it just sort of feels like I don't have the confidence in the rear of the car to do that. So I turn in too early and then I immediately get into the ABS because I've started turning the car and I'm braking too much. And then it all kind of just washes out. And that one was just never going to stick. Like even if we go back, where's the lap where it actually did it? This one? Yeah, really overslow before the apex and then throw it out really early. Yeah, I think that's my problem. No, it wasn't that one. It wasn't that one either. No, it wasn't that one. Yeah, I was super late on the throttle. Yeah, bit of a work on. So like I liked Red Bull Ring because it's the first place that I did a sim race on ACC was LFM Daily Racing, but way back, a few years ago now, but it was on the Red Bull Ring. So I always like coming back, but to be honest, it's not my best track. It's like even though I kind of have the concept in my head, I just can't execute it. And then the racing obviously is usually really tight, really close, all that sort of stuff. So, we're door 21 this time, so it's even more difficult, team. Even more difficult. Mateo isn't showing up. Osama's here. Osama's in the in the race. Recognise Matt's name as before. Neto's there from the last race, Martian. So yeah. So again, we just want to get qualifying like decent, like last time, because that kind of helped us out. That really helped us out. So haven't started using the reset marker yet. Need to set up. Yeah, I also need to. Through all the practice that I've done, I think the esports stuff's sort of showing me more and more that that's how useful that stuff is. And because I've been practice limited the last few weeks, I haven't really gotten around to trying new stuff like that. But yeah, I think I need to maximize that a little bit more, like on tracks like this, you know, because like even that particular session, you know, is like a few times the cars are right in front, a few times when, I was passing someone and things like that. So yeah, it's not ideal. Yeah, Porsche Carp and Red Bull Ring used to be my favorite combo. 3D curves, slipstream update destroyed it. Yeah. Yeah, because I guess, yeah, how much have you done with the Porsche Cup this season? Because they've obviously like taken away the slipstream that we had in the car at the start of the year. And it was really interesting, Matteo, we were talking about it a few streams ago, but inside the PESC Discord, a few people kind of asking, like, is there anything we can do with it, you know? Which I found really interesting because, yeah, some big names were sort of asking, like, can we have a bit of that slipstream back? Like, I know it's more real world and the real world feedback, etc. But like, yeah, a few of the drivers made the point, like, we have the ability to make the series better than real world in certain ways. We don't have to be fully constrained to exactly perfect simulation. And I was like, that's a really interesting point. So I think the top races end up being just trains, because no one makes big enough mistakes to like use it. So yeah, I found it really, really interesting actually, being the fly on the wall of that conversation. And I think they're right. I think there's definitely, giving some of that slipstream back, not to the extent it was, because boy, oh boy, it was pretty, like I remember Daytona last season or season before or something. It was like, holy smoke, you're within a second, you just race up to people. Made for fun racing at times, but at the same time, it was really difficult. But yeah, it was just interesting them talking about that subject actually. Yeah, no, it is. Brad, you're absolutely right, mate. It's I've watched plenty of it now, because a lot of the series, like the German and Italian and French Carrera Cup races, are all on YouTube. So just watch them, and yeah, it's a little bit processional. Oops, don't go off track, really. And a lot of the gaps that are in the field is just the driver skill. We have in sim, you have much closer skill ability based on the rating system and the number of drivers. And yeah, if you think a bit more draft effect helps the racing be a bit more exciting, you can do it. So all right, what can we do in this one? Can't turn it enough. I think I came off the brake too early there. We'll go back to our normal way next lap. Let's just do what we know here. Second lap's always better anyway. Bit deep. Ah, no. Deep, bit deep. No, 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 no. Ah! Rubbish. Oh, that could have been a much nicer lap. Ah, done it. That's all right. Maybe 18th. Might be a couple going better. I think there's at least 2.5 tenths there. It was, yeah, that was shocking. Just surprising, actually. Might have been a bit closer to where I was last race. It's going to be a bit trickier. Well, yeah, car 21. It's hard, though, because I think if you... Yeah, I have been racing at a better level as well, so it's just because of the drop. Car 21 kind of... Yeah, it's because of the last few bad weeks, you know, but been racing better than that. It's more when you see, you know, 2 tenths would be 15th, 3 tenths would be, yeah, 12th. And you make a big mistake on your lap, ruin your first one, which maybe, you know, might have been like a 2.0. Well, I guess we don't know it. Said 2.01 in the thing, but that's all right. No good. Yeah, looks like it's 18th. This guy's had me set laps. It's interesting. Mattel, yes. Yep. Saturday is our last round. So Asia Pacific is going to Phillip Island. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, actually. After tonight, we'll really dive into the rest of the preparation and stuff. I like Phillip Island. Loved watching real racing, you know, over the years, V8 supercars and stuff that went there many times. So, yeah, we'll see how we go. We'll see if we can put one together. I haven't been completely happy with the races I've done, but I also think that there's a good race in me still, so we'll see how we get on. Currently 20th in the championship, so that's probably, a few people have had issues, not being able to make races, little mistakes, but I've been clean and, you know, my pace has been okay. Again, I haven't really translated my practice pace into race pace and maybe the nerves of it and the bigness of it. But, 20th would feel like a good result, you know, just first esports event and things. No complaints. No complaints. Bro, my last league round, we had 35 cars from the second and wet qualifying. Ouch. Yeah, and these dailies do feel a lot like that at times. You know, you in the mid pack. You know, the top guys are always that step above. But you do a banger lap and you do find a half second somewhere and just really nail it. You can be, 6th, 7th, 8th, and it's a very different race at that point, you know. So yeah, the qualifying is always very, very important, and yeah, I haven't quite been getting it right, so good. Oh, let's go.
Green, green, green.
Just came off the second stage of the clutch a little bit too quick there. That's a decent enough jump. I'm going to be side by side into turn 1.
Car on your left.
Crashing, crashing.
Car on your left. On the right. 3-1.
Lots of crashing.
Left side. Clear on the left.
I am glad everyone was paying attention there.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Oh, that was
Car on your left. Clear.
a little 0x with the guy in front. Okay, settle down, settle down. You have survived. I'm glad everyone behind was paying attention because we were very, very, very slow into turn 1 there. And that feels like the situation that people... Oh, wow. People everywhere. It feels like the situation where somebody just drives into the back of you. So well done everyone for that. Okay, so we're 12th. Good old Porsche car. Big slide. Marsham for maybe a big dive here. Cheers, Matteo, for jumping into a race, mate. It's good to see you there, mate. Hopefully see you in the next one. Yeah, it felt very slow into there. It's an off track. Hey Neil, yeah, no, been yeah, first one went okay. We've managed to survive the start of the second one here. We only qualified in 18th after a mistake, so up to 11th now. It's a lot of carnage at turn 1. We managed. It was good to miss so much of it actually. Oh.
Right side. Slow down. You got a penalty for cutting the course. Clear, clear, car on, clear.
Well, it's a bit frustrating, but that's what it is.
Car on your left. We're in the middle, 3 wide. Clear on the right, 2 wide. Clear.
That was a huge scene by car 7 there. Oh, and this is Mateo's friend from the last race. We just had to get out of that one. It's the turn 1 is like in between. It's hard because if you get it right, second is too low. And I think it's that thing of I probably just need to get it a bit more right. You know, if I had the wider line dialed, then it's definitely a third gear corner. All the reference laps I have is third gear. It's just if you get it a bit wrong, it's a little bit sluggish. Goodness sake.
Pick up the course. Don't let him give up that time.
What are you doing, Bradley? Just like that, we're pretty much back to where we started. Oh, buddy! Come on, man! Almost get me on the entry, almost get me on the exit. To the right. Oh, well, that is what it is now. 17th. 2 slowdowns. Can't afford those. Yo, hey Ross, how are you, man? Yellow flags around this race. I'll be full-time Production Car Challenge next season as we'd like to finish production and F4. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think the Production Car Challenge is a really fun series to sink your teeth into. Might have to try to do a little bit of that. Kia, hello, mate. Did not lose a license. Oh no, it's happening. It's happening. This track eats safety rating. I've already got 6 incident points plus the off-track and qualifying. So yeah, no, I'm buggered. It's alright. Fortunately, this is just C license, and we'll be fine. Yeah, sloppy old race, unfortunately. Absolutely, I cooked to that corner. Front tyres will not enjoy that. It's got to calm down a little bit. This race started so well. It's a little bit better. Catch up to B, hopefully. I've qualified under C already. Yeah, I think, I'm pretty sure that by the time I actually get to the end of season, I'll probably have been able to do enough to get the promotion back to A license, but no guarantees of that, obviously. I'll need to do some GT3 next week, so you guys can maybe look forward to that. It is at Suzuka, and we do have the Suzuka 1000 coming up, so perfect opportunity to do some practice for that. And it's been a while since I've done a special event. Missing Spa 24, unfortunately. So yeah, it'd be good to get back into the groove of that, because we also then have like Petit Le Mans and Indy 8 Hour, which are good options there. And there's also a 12-hour Porsche Cup endurance race at Spa at the start of November, so you know I'll be putting a mark in the calendar for that one. That will be fantastic. Yeah, GT3 is the best for like all the special events, because it doesn't matter which one, you know, yes, there's some with multi-class, yes, there's some just GT3, but GT3 is also the biggest field. And yeah, the GT3 calendar also, like you also, once you get A license, you can either do IMSA or you can do GT3 and B license. So yeah, GT3 is obviously that, it's popular for a reason, right? Nürburgring Endurance Championship too is really great in GT3. Again, it's the biggest portion of the multi-class field. Peak out GT3. Oh, for daily races though. Like, look at this, you know. You too, for the small price of your C license and all the tracks of a season, can have this much pain and suffering on a week-to-week basis in Porsche Cup. Gonna really sell it to you guys. G'day Mark, how are you, mate? NEC with Euro NASCAR. That would be pure heartbreak. You would win that race by finishing, surely. Right, somehow we picked up 2 positions there. Five laps to go. Let's keep the concentration up. Really wanted to go there. Yeah, almost got into the back of me there. I am here. I am here. It's the second person to do that to me today. It's going to be 3 wide.
Clear on the right. Right side.
Oh, Matt, no.
On the right.
Oh, dude. If there was ever some return serve to my own behavior last stream, that is it. That is it. Whoops. That's unfortunate. And that has absolutely sealed my B license, by the way. 12 incident points. Right, push on. Let's at least hold on to 17th place here. And through all that, Matt's still on the circuit. He's still in front of me. Right, you guys fight back there, and let me get away a little bit here. Car doesn't actually feel that bad. It must have been full side of impact, but it actually doesn't feel... Yeah, unless you back it into a wall, then it's very then it's really not good. I had two races during the qualifiers where I like ended up with rear end damage sufficient enough to kill the engine. Yeah, no, battling's super hard behind. Yeah, well, to Marchand behind is a common denominator in on-track moments, put it that way. Yeah, I've killed the engine many times in practice, yep. Yep. These guys are absolute hammer and tongs behind. Maybe last lap after this one, I think. Off track for the hell of it. That's a decent turn one. decent final lap here.
There's 2 laps of fuel left.
30.1 to finish.
There's the flag.
Well,
It's
that was
over.
an interesting one, wasn't it, team? Holy smoke. That was a very interesting one. It's like living in a toxic relationship. It's always going to hurt you, but you can't walk away from it. The good is good, right? The good is good. Yeah. Let's have a quick look back while we have an opportunity here. I feel like it's this lap. That's not us. Where are we? Nope, it's before then. This one, maybe? Oh, yeah, what's in the back of us there? Yeah, it must be this one. Let's have a look. It's hard Noah. Yeah, yeah. But isn't iRacing in general a bit like that? You know, it's such a, you know, I think oh, that was just so annoying getting pushed off track there. 2 times. Disappointing my fellow Scotsman, yeah. Matt races well. I've raced him a few times. Oh, it wasn't even his fault. It wasn't even his fault. Well, that answers it, doesn't it? That answers the question. So who moved? Did 18 move? Yeah, he did. Did I move? Netcode? Yeah, he touched me. Maybe I caused that a little bit on myself. You see, I sort of drift away. This is just close racing. I just drift away from the line just a tiny bit. And then, of course, there's just the Constantina effect. And obviously way too much netcode involved here because that shouldn't have hit that hard. And that initial touch shouldn't have moved him that much. It's a problem when you're racing close. And then he's just tried to stop. Oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, no, it definitely been a netcode in that. Yeah, that touch should never have been that violent. And of course, when he's on the grass, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? But actually, my lap 1. Let's have a look at my lap 1. Yeah, because Matt actually started 3rd. So something's definitely happened to him at the start of this race. I'm sure we'll see it. Let's come all the way back to make here. Decent jump. So we get side by side with car 12. And then it all kicks off up front here. 24 was going for a gap that didn't exist. All sorts of cars off there. And I have to say that I have to commend. They're 3 wide behind too. But you know, that could, like, how much slower I am here, it gets so easily, like this guy here was, yeah, did the right thing, right? Slowed everyone up. No one ran to the back of me. That's nice. And then get past car 12. I'm entirely sure. Maybe he probably had a slowdown. Oh, and he got murdered. Again, we're all just, hey, he completely outbrakes himself there. That's a shame for car 12. So it's all happening in front and behind me at this point. And then Matt must be involved with something up here. Down the inside from car 8. Oh, he got tripped up. Oh no. So that was all the mess. So he just gets a wiggle. Matt gets a wiggle at the middle of the corner trying to get on the gas here. Gets off the gas and then he gets a slide. And then everyone has to check up. The pink car gets turned around. And then he leaves the door open. But then kind of comes back across. Car 3 had a big run. And then he comes back across. And around he goes. Ugh. I don't see... Oh, yeah, and then another slide, of course he did. Because the rear tyres were all dirty. Not his best race, you know? Not his best race. And our poor friend from the Netherlands here just gets cleaned out. Well, that was quite entertaining, wasn't it? That was all quite entertaining. So let's see how our license, our B license is now looking. Yeah. Ouch. So wait, hang on. Oh no, we're B1.43. This could be a rapid demise. This could be a seriously rapid demise. Oh dear. That's not quite how I expected that to go. I thought it'd be like 2.5 or something. Whoops. Yeah, we end up losing 0.2, but that puts us under the line. 11 iRating. Oh dear, guys. That is not the health I was expecting. Well, we might as well sign up for another one. We might as well sign up for another one. B's much easier to gain SR though. Okay, well, I hope so. I hope so. Shall we have a look? Let's do a little bit of investigation here. So in that last race, who was B license? Okay, so 5 incident points for Leroy here in two, and he gained 0.14, and he's about that B license mark. 3 incident points, 0.16. So it won't be huge gains, but we need to really keep it low. Did anyone else gain who's B license? Nope. Nope. There's a lot of negatives here. This guy had 8 incident points plus 0.02. So it's not that much easier. It's a little bit easier, but not that much easier. Who else? Bruno, 16 incident points. That's a lot. Yeah. Oh, someone got cleaned out in there too. Didn't even see that. Right. The upside though is that I can see here that it's because I've done some GT3 this season already. It's already given me my races. So I just need to get the safety rating above 3.0. Which, yeah, the way things are going, that might not be that easy. I got Monza next week too. Gonna have to, yeah, I mean, I'm not even sure I'm gonna do this now. I really have to do NEC. That's what I need to do. I need to do NEC on Sunday, just for safety. We're here for the safety rating, guys. Like, and I haven't driven the Nürburgring since the last NEC I think we did was like start of June. So yeah, it's a rolling window for SR, so you need to dig out the window. Yeah, I do. Yeah, no, I want a downward slope everywhere, right? So it's a massive dig out. I've dug a hole, and now I gotta get out of it. Yeah, good old Red Bull Ring. And I think if I look back at my season, like the reason I'm having troubles is I'm probably not racing. Yeah, I've obviously had some more incidents and maybe not the best races, but I think we need to do we need to do the you just have to do the NEC events. You just have to do them all because you get like, you know, and the same if I'd done the safe. So I haven't done an NEC round or a special event since June. It's only been daily races, and it's all been split one and in the thick of it and trying to gain iRating and stuff. And those, I'm just not at the level where I can be as fast and not be like really playing with the track limits and gaining those incident points. And what saves you is you do the endurance races, the special events, the NECs, those things, and you get chunks of safety rating that prop you back up. And I just haven't done any of those. So, Banker Lab, hey mate, there's also IMSA at Le Mans next week. Well, yeah, at this rate I can't do it because it's B license. So unless I do LMP2 challenge or something, hypercar challenge, the other race, although no one will be doing those. And Le Mans not the easiest track. Is Le Mans good for safety rating? I'm not even sure if Le Mans like amazing for safety rating, right? So I guess it is. Long lap. I don't know if there's heaps of corners. Oh yeah, to get A license, yeah. No, I won't have the time. So I've got Pesca in the weekend. And yeah, unless NEC. I haven't quite figured Le Mans out either. It's decent for SA as well. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, next week we'll have Monza in Porsche Cup. And I need to do some formula racing for some videos. And probably Suzuka GT3. So obviously we need to keep our B license for that. Because that'll be our practice for Suzuka 1000. Yeah, it drops a lot. Yeah. Like I'd say I'm just immediately in the danger zone. I can see how people go from like A license to D license fast. It's, you know, get to that limit on A and then it's literally, you know, 7 or 8 bad races and it's over. Yeah, I was expecting 2.5 as well. So I was saying, I was like, cool, I'll have to do 4 B license races and gain, you know, half a total point in safety rating, get over 3.0, get the A license back for the next season. But apparently not. So I think we'll just, in this practice, we'll just try and just play it a little bit safe. Don't play with those track limits too much. And then, yeah, just be in a groove for the race and it'll be what it is. My incident avoidance has been still pretty good, other than the ones you can't do anything about. So if we can have more of that, I think we'll be okay. F4, F3, Super Formula Light. Oh, wicked. They're all Monza next week too. Cool, cool, cool. I guess that makes sense because the Grand Prix is there next weekend. I think. Yikes. Yeah, F4 at Monza would be a bit of fun. That'll be some be a fun video to make. And then after Monza, does the F1 go to Madrid for the first time? Is that what I've seen? The pictures of them still trying to finish the circuit or something? As you can tell, I don't follow the F1 calendar as closely as everything else because, yeah, a bit hard to keep tabs on sometimes. GT World Challenge is at Nürburgring this weekend though, the Grand Prix circuit. plan was for me to actually go, but unfortunately, we just run out of energy a little bit for a trip over to the Nürburgring on Sunday. Piles of dirt everywhere. It's not good, is it? Then these are the circuits that they are, you know, stopping going to Zandvoort and Spa for. Oh, buddy. Ah!
Clear. Left side, clear on the left.
Always fun to race a few people that you don't normally race against. I think you probably find you got to like sideways off the curb trying to jam on the throttle. I feel like a bit of a punching bag at the moment, don't I? So yeah, I might have to get back to that, Todd. I was sort of actually thinking that. It's like maybe I need to do the laps of qualifying and as much after the race as possible and just try and eke it out. I haven't done that since rookies, you know, like rookies and D license and stuff. So, Boof, hello. Yeah, good luck. Thank you. Yeah, I need a little luck at the moment. We've not had a lot. Positive of the last race was I missed the first lap mess and I at least didn't get spun or something. I don't know. It's not a lot positive to that one, actually. And I'm pretty sure I gained my A license like October last year, and this is the first time I've dropped out of it. So it's a bit of a sad day in general, actually. Have to go back to being a cautious sim racer. Alright, maybe one more lap before we have qualifying. Ah, stupid turn one. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. You know, I think I've realised now that it's just the currency you sometimes just have to spend. Now that I've gotten to the point I have in terms of iRating and stuff, and the people I'm now racing all the time, I think you're going to go back, you know, start of last season, and you know, we get the odd split 2 race and things, and you could just be a little bit more cautious, and you could pick up good results when you had the opportunity to. But I just don't get those anymore. We are quite simply kicking it with the best guys in Porsche Cup every race now. So nothing but my best will do, and that's yeah, that's tricky. That's a tricky thing to sort of get your head around. crazy practice lobby. Coca Sprinkles. Love it. You belong there. Luck is always on your side. Oh, yeah, no, cheers, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. It's, yeah, something we will think about for next season, whether we, like, kind of keep pushing the Porsche Cup or do want to try some other things, and that will kind of, like, take the edge off the iRating and stuff anyway, because it'd be like, yeah, lots of learning next season, I think. And then we won't have the rig for a few months as it'll get shipped back to New Zealand. So we'll be on a boat for about 2 months. And then, yeah, I think when we come back, we'll be probably jumping back into Porsche Cup again and trying to have a really good crack at it on top of around special events and stuff, because I do want, yeah, I got so close to 4K. But I feel like I'm so close to like move, like just about getting to that next level where I'm starting to be, 4.5, 5K pace. So it is sometimes a bit frustrating to kind of not quite get there, but I know the level of effort it will take to get to that next level will be really hard. So Bankalab, yeah, moving back to New Zealand. So we're currently living in Belgium. It's for my wife's work. We've been here for 2.5 years. And at 3 years, we end of what is known as a posting for us, and then we will get back to NZ for 3 years, and then we'll be back in Europe probably. So yeah, we're a bit of a weird life we live, So I don't have a coach. I kind of wanted to pick one up before summer, but summer's been tough being a stay-at-home parent. So I going to contemplate whether I get one now or line one up for when we get back in New Zealand. So yeah, I would like to get somebody on board for sure. I'm not, just with maybe time schedules and things, I'm not entirely sure exactly who. But yeah, we need to get someone on board. I know Moritz Lohner does coaching, and I really like his driving style. I like his the way he goes about stuff. So yeah, I would like to think that we could potentially get that going at some point, or someone closer to home, really. Yeah, cheers, man. Yeah, it'll be interesting going back, because like we have really enjoyed being in I've really enjoyed being in Europe. It's been a fantastic time. We've had such an adventure. And living here has allowed us to do more things. And I live an hour and 15 minutes away from Spa. I've been to Spa like 11 times now. We were there last weekend for European Le Mans Series, which was my last trip there. Just such a spot. So there'll be a lot I miss about this place for sure. But New Zealand is, beautiful. It's a great country. I love, growing up there. You have so many great memories. So it has its own, there's a lot we're looking forward to going back for. And now I can take my sim racing back and get involved with the New Zealand sim racing scene and the Australian leagues, and kind of hopefully showcase how good it is down there, because, right now I'm racing Asia Pacific in the Porsche Esport regional finals, and there's some amazing talent, so it'd be great to kind of keep racing with those guys and showcase them how good it is down there. So yeah, it'll be fun. Be a lot of fun. Love some coaching IRL. Well, we can link that up soon, mate. We'll can do it when we come up. We can jump in the rig. But it'll be fun to be back on that side of the world, eh? Obviously, we've already got people I need to go and catch up with and new mates and stuff. So yeah, it'll be really cool. So the beer. Well, Thomas, New Zealand has the most, one of the best craft beer scenes. Now, Belgian beer is, as a whole, above average, and it has some incredible drops. And in a lot of ways, the craft scene in New Zealand kind of satisfies that. But there's some very, very good microbreweries. I admit I have missed the New Zealand craft beer. It's fantastic. It's very innovative. Same with coffee. New Zealand has an amazing coffee scene. I've been able to find it, some of it in Europe, a lot of it out of the Netherlands. A lot of great roasters in the Netherlands. But again, New Zealand has an incredible coffee scene. So yeah, no, it's like I said, Belgium is probably the only part in Europe that even holds a stick towards New Zealand's beer. On the average drop that you get, you know, from a supermarket or something, Belgium is so good. Some insane beer that you can buy here, like off the shelf, and not expensive. Like that's what, yeah, compared to New Zealand, not expensive at all. But the craft, the like super niche craft beer stuff, I haven't been able to find it in Belgium as much. So yeah, interesting, but most people don't really know that about New Zealand actually. Right, let's get a lap in. I'm door number 8. So let's make this one count. If I ever go to New Zealand, I'll probably have loads of beer. Yes, and you absolutely should. You absolutely should. That was decent. Pushed on a little bit into the corner there. Oh no, shifter. It's a tiny improvement. It's decent. It's decent. I don't know exactly how we're going to get on with that, but let's do a couple more corners, shall we? Yeah, the trip hour is so one of the things, guys, with so yeah, like your craft beer in most countries tends to be, you know, like what I'd say, the IPAs, the double or triple IPAs, the high percentage alcohol beverages, right? In Belgium, you can buy off the shelf like 10, 11, 12% beers. And that in New Zealand, that is like considered, you know, proper craft style beer. most off-the-shelf beers, you know, 4 or 5% at most, and pretty weak really in comparison. So you know that's what they're used to here. So I can sort of feel like certain craft style, certain craft style beers in Belgium don't take off because they're like, well, this is not craft, this is just beer. So yeah, they start at least 8%. Oh. So I think that catches a few people out. They come here like, oh, you know, have, you know, 4 or 5 beers, and it's like, oh, actually. Yeah, in New Zealand, all the bottles are labeled with what is called a standard drink, so like standard unit of alcohol, and that's kind of a normal beer is like 1.2 standard drinks, and that's sort of how people can sort of measure their consumption, essentially, not have too much. But you know, they don't have stuff like that over here. But you know, most normal beers would be like 2 or more standard units of alcohol. And I think that's where people get like really caught up. So yeah, St. Louis, that's like the Abbey, the Trappist type beers. They've got a type of beer over here which has to be brewed in an abbey by monks, and the profits have to go back to the abbey. And like that's a type of beer, and there's like 4 or 5 really, really famous ones over here. And it's like, yeah, Trappist, yeah, that's it. It's like, what a crazy culture that is. Right, so guys, we are 6th, door 8. So if we could just survive, there's one person in front of us who's a lower door number, just. If we can just survive this could be a nice enough race. And that would just feel like a nice way. I shouldn't even jinx it. Let's not jinx it. Let's talk about it later, after the race, when it's gone well. 30.2, yeah, 2.2, that's pretty solid. That's pretty much what's in the first one, I think. There's a little bit of time in it. There was a little bit of time. Where's the session? No, there wasn't any time in it. It's annoying. Yeah, I had a miss shift out of turn 7, I think it is. Yeah, might have been a couple of tenths, a tenth maybe, which wouldn't have changed anything actually. And there's a few people just behind, so pretty tight battle here in the top 10. Just got to stay clean. Just have a clean race. Just have a nice. Oh, there's 14 of them. Is there really? Wow. You've been to the Wall in Bruges. There's places like 300 beers on display. I've seen it. I've seen it. And in fact, there's most of the like more touristy spots usually have like a beer shop somewhere, and there's a lot of beers in it. Because yeah, there's all the little spots. But yeah, even most supermarkets have a really nice selection normally. So, and to be fair, that one of my favorite is a brewery called Brussels Beer Project, which is like a collective of more microbreweries. So again, I have found some of those craft beers, and they do some good interpretations on some of the more classic ones here. So yeah, hasn't all been bad. Well, as I say, it's not bad. It's great. You know, the beers here are amazing. So had too many of them probably at times. You know, it's hard when you're trying to like get fit and lose weight, and you're just presented with a wall of beautiful beverages. Yeah. Yeah, just don't drink Tui over here. No Tui. No Waikato. I was in Dunedin for a semester of uni. What was they? They were. I can't remember what it was back then. Terrible now when I look back at it.
Green, green, green.
Not the best jump. Don't you go down there, buddy.
Car on your left.
Okay, just survive, just clean start, all that jazz. shit, no,
Through the
what are you
middle,
doing?
3 wide. Clear on the right, 2 wide. Clear on the left. Right side. Car on your left.
Ah!
Left side. Clear, left side. Clear. Left side.
What is happening? It's because I said we should have a nice clean race, right? It's definitely why.
Clear on the left. Left side.
Just have a clean race. Just have a clean start. Have a clean race. That's what you need to do. It'll be fine, they said.
Clear on the left.
Well, you kind of just went wide and then you sort of just like hung there at the apex. Don't do it to this guy too.
Clear. Car on your left.
Oh, the shifter. Yeah. And then he was just sort of there and I didn't expect him to be there. And I couldn't stop anymore. Is what it is. Now we're in the wall scan. I think it just continues to sum up the last few weeks. And yeah, what more can we do? This is open. This is open.
Car on your left.
Okay, just clear him, clear him, clear him.
Clear on the left.
Thank you. Okay. What's that? It's lazy braking. Slidey slide. Here are slowdowns behind. Won't help the cause for them. Right. iRacing giveth, iRacing taketh away. It's doing a lot of taking at the moment. It feels like it's been a season of two halves for me. You know, broken up with a few weeks away and stuff, but some of those weeks went really well. You know, I look back to Barcelona and man, we were just going so good. and the softs were a bit down. I was making the most of it. It was awesome. But that was that for a while. That's all right. Oh, that's not going to work. Yeah, iRacing Plateau, I think you're right. You know, I really do think you're right. And that's like, part of me is like, oh, it'd be cool to, like, you know, learn some other cars and things, you know. But at the same time, like, don't run into me.
You're on the left, 3 wide. Right side, 2 wide. You're on the right.
Gave him a lot of space there. I thought if there was 3 wide, be a problem. Yeah, so part of me is like, because I'm so competitive, I'm like, all right, well, how do I find this next level in, you know, in this car? But of course, yeah, if we do that, if we do start doing other cars and stuff, then yeah, the iRating is going to go down. It's going to have to go down just to survive it, really.
You're on the left.
It can't be this pace in other cars. I'm just not as good. It's been because I've specialised in this for so long. So yeah, I think we'll come back to it. Someone's gone. Yeah, we will come back to it and really push that one class and things like that. Bumper run tactics have been used. Been used ahead. Isn't too friendly. Cheers, Trak. Yeah, you can't trust anyone in these lobbies, right? Probably Osama there, 2 cars up. I've raced him plenty of times. He's been in the chat before. Okay, 6 laps down. Yeah, but with the iRacing, I think I got up to about 3.5, I think. And then we dropped a bunch. I think we got down to like kind of 32, 33, 3100. And then, yeah, found a little bit more pace, and then we climbed up to nearly 4K, and now we've dropped back down to 37, and so yeah, it's a bit of a yo-yo. So it's not dropping all the way down, I guess. Another one. This will be the last race of the evening, by the way, guys. It's a little precursor. Things went very wrong in race 4 for me on Tuesday, so don't think we'll play fate. It's already gone bad enough, right? So shouldn't be in this part of the race. That doesn't... You can't do that, man. Try to brake a little bit earlier for the guy, will you? Just screams, I'm fast to get out of the way, which... It's not how racing works. That must be a touch. Surely that is a touch. Oh, shifter. Well, it's pulled me out of that one. For a good exit here. I've got a wall of damaged Porsches here. Yikes. Oh, he's going to slow down. Oh, this guy's come through. That's annoying. Oh, that's super annoying. Okay, so starting behind. Say he's race number 4. Oh no! What? No! 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 No!
Let's make sure we rejoin safely. Car approaching. Keep running.
He's been nice about it. It's really hard to get going. Oh no! It sums it up. It just sums it up, team. It just sums it up, you know. I don't blame Osama there. He would have just got a little bit too deep into that corner. been kind. He's waited for me. Such a shame. This race promised so much. Just got to take those opportunities. I'm just not doing it. Honestly, I think I've made the mess of all the races that I had a good chance at a result. I think, yeah, it is fair play, Don. Yeah. No, he's I'd say I think that there's people I race here in Porsche Cup that I trust, and that's not intentional. That's just a mistake, and we make mistakes. That's the joys of racing human beings. So, no blame. It is what it is. It's all good. But yeah, I've not done a good job of races. I should have got results. I have not done the job, and there's no point blaming circumstance or anything like that. It's just on me. I'm just not good enough at the moment.
Left side. Clear.
Let me have it. Right, 14th. Right, let's have a couple of good laps here, see if we can catch the car in front. too much. Hardly left this guy behind. It's a bit better. $12X, did I pick up a 4X somewhere that I didn't see? Must have. Gaining on this guy here. Just a bit slow on the entry. I think it's probably good that this is our last one here. Can't get frustrated with this car because it started overdriving immediately. Yeah, I do actually. Try and make up for it all at once. And it doesn't like it. Start looking for time in the wrong ways. But like I certainly find that, you know, if you find yourself like, you know, back here in a race like this, you're kind of surrounded by drivers that don't fully appreciate that. So in the early laps, you know, you might be better off braking a bit earlier and a little lighter and look after the tyre a bit better. Everyone else doesn't do that. So it's kind of like you fight for your life, trying to hold position, and then if you get some clear space, yikes. And then if you get some space, you then can drive like that. But if you can drive at the front, then all the drivers drive like that, you know? What an up and down race that ended up being. Off tracks between 6 and 7. Yeah, okay. Freebie. Could do with a couple more. Not to be though, I don't think. There it is. Lucky 13. It's not even worth doing any more corners. Just look at it. Just look at it. It's not going to help. Cheers, Apex. Thanks, man. Yeah. I don't know. It's... Yeah, there's the damage on the rear. I guess we were going to have that. Let's have a look at it, shall we? And yeah, obviously then getting spun, there's probably a few more spots in there. And that's okay. Like I say, I'm not blaming anyone here. Not blaming anyone. They're quite cautious into turn 1, probably too cautious. And I guess we're going to see what happens here. It didn't have a great start. The start was a bit bogged down. Thanks, man. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, I was a bit worried about 3 wide here, and then it was... I don't know. Like, maybe just here? Where did we brake? I braked early enough. It's just about here. This car 2 in front just kind of... It's just a bit... He's just a bit... I don't know. What do you guys think here? It feels like it's a slightly lazy move. He sort of comes back to sort of like just lazily turn in here. And I think the reality is I'm probably missing the corner a little bit anyway. But I feel like the prediction would have been that car 2 would have been more in behind car 12 here, or even on his outside. So almost a car length in front of where this is. So yeah, look, I hit him, right? At the end of the day, I hit him. He might have been helped around by 17 here a little bit. Oh yeah, 17 definitely helps him around. 17 just drives through him. At least I'm on the brakes. Can you look at this? I'm on the brakes here, and 17 is not on the brakes here. So at least I tried to do my bit of this. And then I get obviously collected behind, which is understandable. And car 2's lucky to not cause more trouble when he just like drives off into everyone here. Look at that. Oh, Asama actually caught that. That's where all of Asama's damage came from. So, yeah, so I am in the danger zone. Yep. Yeah. Straight highway to the danger zone. That's what we call this this stream, and that's it. So, yeah, fun times. Was there any chat here? Oh, thanks for the kill. Would think you being a pest driver. Oh, thanks. Yeah, cheers, Lewis. Is he still here? Let's just say sorry to him. Sorry, man. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's that one. That's that one. We'll get out of here. It's not been ideal in any stretch of that. But here we are. Here we are. Let's have a look at the results. We have definitely lost more safety rating. And essentially, end of the day, where we were on iRating. So, it's what it is. Where is car number 2? Where did he end up in the end? He got back to 6th, so yeah. Sorry. His comment was, with you being a pest driver, you'd think you'd hit your braking marker. So, fair, I guess. It is just what it is, bro. I'm not sure what you can say. Like, all you can say, right? And all I said was like, sorry, mate, just a human mistake, you know, like I think Lewis, of all people, being at this iRating, having done PES qualifiers, probably knows the situation with PES. Like, it's not like I am a 10K iRated driver. You know, you started 8th, bro. Like, maybe qualify in front of me next time, but it is what it is. Yeah, and I don't think you can be too upset by stuff like that. You know, I think you shouldn't be upset by stuff like that. Like, this is sim racing. This is real people in a, you know what I mean? Like, this is just it, right? this is just real world stuff. You know, I'm not gonna get upset when it happens to me. We do enough racing that there's ebbs and flows to it. You know, I just don't understand exactly why people can get their head in such a twist. I like in my like because I think like I hope he apologized to Osama because he drove in front of him afterwards. Hey, there he is. We're just talking about turn one, lap one, turn three, and how you got your damaged after I connected with a guy and he then decided to just drive into traffic. So no dramas, man. No dramas. Oh, we were just talking about it. I you know, you just probably got a little deep into there. It's a little touch in that corner. It's no worries. Not a problem at all. Yeah, he said if you do PES, you can make no mistakes. Coming from a guy with B109, so yeah. Well, I am also B1.4 now, right? So, I like it. Yeah, it's really funny because like Europe division and America's division PESC have had they've had some shocking accidents in PESC races. Like, at least I've been clean in PESC, you know. But yeah, we play a human sim, you know, and Osama, I'm glad you're here, mate. Mistakes happen. It's completely fine because for it to all go right when you're racing hard and racing close, like everything has to go right. Like everyone has to be like literally perfect. And that's with the game not interfering with netcode. And it only takes a few millimeters. You miss your braking marker by like 2 meters. You touch someone slightly right at that point of grip limit, you know, like Osama did, and around you go. It's not a malicious, terrible moment, you know. It's just a small mistake. It's percent stuff, 1% stuff. And when it all goes right, the feeling of that battle with a real person is like the best feeling. You know what I mean? Like that is exactly that. It is the best feeling, and that's why we keep coming back to it. You know what I mean? It's like, and to be honest, so many competitive based things. Like I think of most sports. I think of the years that I raced bikes. I think of years that I played golf. Like 99% of the time, it could have gone better. But the 1% of time when it like really works and you come up with an amazing result or you drive perfectly and you have that perfect battle with someone, even if you lose out on the battle, right? It's the best feeling. And unfortunately, the nature of sim racing is you will more likely than not be on the wrong side of something. If you are battling hard, if you're trying to race as close as possible, and I'm now in that phase of top split, trying to just, you know what I mean? Like trying to be that good. And it's right at my best driving where I can do it. And I'm just not quite consistent enough there. So yeah. Nico, cheers, man. Thank you. You know, so and it's great because like, you know, Osama, you're here. Jack's been in the chat. We had Mateo in the race before. You know, like you three guys have raced a lot in the last few seasons, and it's been it's been awesome. You know, you start to trust people. There's a few other people I'm starting to interact with more, and you get a sense you have some good races with them. You start going, hey, I can go toe to toe with you. And the more you do it, the more you try and be the sim racer you want other people to be and act the right way on track, the more that people do that, the better the racing will get, you know? And then, yeah, it's just frustrating when it's just like something like that happened. He then makes his own mistake, you know? And like Lewis, I say, if you ever watch this, you know, it's not to get you. There's a lot of people out there just don't quite get the thought right in the moment. Where you're like, you could probably look at that as well and go, yeah, I need to apologize to someone for driving in front of them. Like, it's frustrating. I get it. You can't just then go and do wrong yourself as well, you know? And that, because that just stirs up more problems, you know? Some have drove the entire race with a whole bunch of front end damage because, yeah, someone had a bad race moment. They decided that, well, everyone's going to have a bad race moment now. It's just a bit, yeah, it's just harsh on everyone else. So I don't know. Some brain dump thoughts there for everybody after that one. Unfortunately, guys, it hasn't quite been a turnaround I was hoping for. Here tonight, we've continued to drop safety rating, and not great, not great at all. That's okay. We will eventually come right. I appreciate everyone for spending some time with me, and it's been fantastic. You're all legends. This weekend, I do have the final round of the Esports Championship. We are going to try and put all this to the side and focus in on that one race, and see if we can't put together a complete performance. As usual, you'll probably see that video on Sunday, maybe a little bit later than normal. The last few rounds I've basically been up till like 3 a.m. finishing the video because we've had family things on Sunday. I don't have that this weekend. So we'll get bulk of it done. It'll be out on Sunday, but it might be, you know, our Sunday night instead of Sunday morning sort of thing. And then next week we'll be back for the final week of season 3. Porsche Cup on Tuesday, GT3 on Thursday, and see if we can't hold on to a B license through all of that. If it happens, I will not promise it. If it all goes well, we might be lucky for a stream on Sunday afternoon. So Europe, 3 p.m. is the last opportunity for doing the Nürburgring Endurance Championship. It would likely be a solo 4 hours. So we'll see if I'm up to it. I feel like I need to do it for the safety rating. But I'm not sure I can do it. Yeah, all 4 hours. We'll see how it goes. GT3 next week is at Suzuka. So great track for GT3, and good practice for Suzuka 1000. But I obviously cannot lose my B license if we're going to do that. So yeah, please don't. Yeah. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for spending some time with me. I'm sorry we just haven't been able to show the good results here. We'll get back to it. It'll come. It'll come. It'll come. I know it will come. Yeah, but appreciate you guys, as always, showing up. And we'll see you in the next video. See you next stream. Race hard. Stay positive. And yeah, see you in the next one. Cheers.